In this podcast episode, physics professor and former NASA scientist Dr. Kevin Knuth shares his insights into unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, and their mysterious interactions with nuclear missile sites. The conversation explores decades of sightings, scientific investigations into UAP materials, the possibility of extraterrestrial beings already residing within our solar system or even on Earth, and the challenges faced by the scientific community in studying these phenomena. Dr. Knuth also recounts a personal experience that profoundly shaped his perspective on phenomena beyond conventional physics. Dr. Knuth recalls an experience from his graduate school days in Montana in the late 1980s when his physics professor casually mentioned problems at Malmstrom Air Force Base involving UFOs flying over nuclear missile sites and shutting down missiles. Initially, this was met with skepticism and humor among students. However, decades later, further investigation, including a 2010 press conference featuring first-hand testimonies from Air Force personnel, confirmed that such incidents were a recurring and acknowledged phenomenon dating back to the 1960s. These UFO incursions appeared often near nuclear facilities, with recorded cases of missiles experiencing guidance malfunctions or complete shutdowns during UFO sightings. The patterns suggested either intentional or unintentional interactions with these sensitive installations, raising questions about the nature and intent behind the phenomenon. Transitioning from anecdotal reports to scientific inquiry, Dr. Knuth emphasizes the need for open-mindedness combined with skepticism. Using physics to estimate speeds and accelerations from sighting reports, he discovered that the observed maneuvers involved extraordinarily high velocities and rapid changes in motion that defy known human technology. Additionally, high luminosities and intense power emissions have been recorded, such as a notable incident where a UFO landing scorched trees and emitted megawatts of light, comparable to nuclear power plants' output. Such data challenge current scientific understanding of propulsion, energy management, and material engineering. Dr. Knuth explains that many scientists avoid engaging with UA research due to long-standing taboos, societal ridicule, and concerns about professional credibility. The government and media have historically framed UFOs with humor or dismissiveness, further marginalizing serious study. This stigmatization creates a barrier, even as accumulating evidence suggests phenomena worthy of investigation. The episode stresses that scientific study does not require smoking gun evidence up front. Incremental data and pattern recognition are foundational scientific methods. Interest in UFOs near nuclear sites is not recent. An Atomic Energy Commission article from 1951 requested reports of sightings near nuclear power plants, indicating early official concern. Compared to other military or civilian sites, nuclear missile sites have statistically higher UAP sighting rates. The interaction with missile systems dates back before drones or modern technology, complicating explanations. Accounts reveal these events were relatively common knowledge within certain military circles at various bases, including Malmstrom. These occurrences raise serious concerns about security and the possible motives or capabilities underpinning UAP behavior. The discussion examines whether these phenomena represent interstellar visitors or entities already present in the solar system or on Earth itself. Dr. Knuth argues against the frequent notion of weekly interstellar arrivals as inefficient and unlikely. Instead, he suggests that if these beings are extraterrestrial, they are likely located within a light day of Earth, within our solar system, allowing rapid response to earthly events like nuclear activity. Potential habitats include underwater oceans on Earth or moons such as Europa, the asteroid belt, or subterranean environments. This opens a water world hypothesis, proposing that aliens might live underwater, protected from radiation, and capable of sophisticated maneuvering. Various propulsion and operational methods observed in UAP encounters differ significantly. For example, some craft exhibit rocket-like takeoffs producing flames and audible signatures, while others hover silently and display effects consistent with static charging of nearby vegetation. The luminous intensities and power outputs defy known human engineering limits. Materials associated with UAP crash sites, studied by Dr. Knuth's colleague, show unusual isotopic compositions or extraordinary radiation shielding properties, with some samples resisting radiation exposure altogether. Such properties are promising for technological advancement, but remain mysterious and understudied due to material scarcity and community controversies. Angel hair, a fibrous substance occasionally emitted by UAPs, remains an enigmatic aspect of the phenomenon. Samples from notable sightings, such as a 1954 soccer match in Florence witnessed by thousands, have undergone chemical analysis. The results indicate a composition similar to glassy silica or even caterpillar silk, which confounds expectations. Collection quality issues complicate definitive conclusions. The presence of organic or pseudo-organic materials challenges simplistic explanations and suggests unknown biological or artificial processes possibly tied to the craft's operation or environment. Given the largely anecdotal nature of most UAP data, Dr. Knuth highlights the necessity of identifying unexpected consistencies across diverse independent reports. Older cases, predating global communication networks and modern UFO lore, are particularly valuable. He cites phenomena such as gasoline car engines shutting down under UAP proximity, explained scientifically by high electric fields ionizing air and shorting spark plugs, with statistics on reported restarts matching theoretical predictions. This kind of correlation lends credibility to many witness reports and indicates genuine physical effects associated with UAP presence. While the long-term intent of UAP operators remains unknown, recent congressional reports and pilot testimonies indicate increasing aggressive maneuvers by UAPs near military aircraft, especially in war zones since 2015. These include near-daily sightings and dangerous intercepts during sorties, such as those bound for Syria from aircraft carriers in the Persian Gulf. There is speculation that these entities may perceive Earth as their territory and view humanity's nuclear capabilities and environmental damage as threats, potentially setting the stage for future conflict or enforced deterrence. Public knowledge of UAPs has often been obscured by official secrecy and misinformation. The Roswell incident and subsequent wave of sightings in the late 1940s marked a significant turning point in government attention. Influential figures in rocketry and space science, like Hermann Oberth, publicly acknowledged high-speed UAPs long before modern disclosure debates. Yet, many questions remain unanswered, even among insiders, including the number of non-human crafts operating near Earth. Disclosure, when it occurs, may provoke societal disruption due to the scope and uncertainty of the implications. Dr. Knuth shares his personal experiments with remote viewing, noting modest above-chance success, but difficulty maintaining consistent results when consciously trying. Interestingly, intentional effort led to worse performance, possibly implying that passive or altered conscious states are more conducive. This raises the possibility of nonlinear time perception or accessing information from the future, challenging conventional physics. While mainstream science remains skeptical, he advocates for careful, open investigation of these phenomena without stigma. A profound turning point for Dr. Knuth was a late-night experience where he saw a frightened 5-year-old boy in his son's bedroom who was not his son. Upon investigation, his actual child confirmed seeing a similar figure. The apparition vanished, but the encounter left lasting emotional and philosophical impacts. It shattered his traditional scientific worldview and instilled empathy toward individuals reporting paranormal or alien encounters. This experience underscores the complexity of subjective reality and the limitations of materialistic explanations. The episode revisits speculation about UAP origins in the context of Earth's largely unexplored oceans, suggesting that extended intelligent life might exist underwater, hidden from most terrestrial detection. Oceans offer shielding from radiation and harsh atmosphere, providing a plausible habitat for extraterrestrial or non-human intelligences coexisting with humanity. The slow emergence of humans onto the land could reflect an evolutionary trajectory diverging from earlier inhabitants or visitors. The difficulty of disentangling truth from misinformation, confirmation bias, and cultural storytelling is acknowledged. Scientific examination of purported extraterrestrial materials sometimes debunks popular claims, causing friction with enthusiast communities. Still, rigorous study is essential to separate fact from fiction in the pursuit of understanding. The episode encourages embracing uncertainty and complexity, allowing scientific discourse to evolve beyond entrenched skepticism and sensationalism. Throughout the conversation, Dr. Knuth highlights a range of phenomena: remote viewing, spontaneous knowledge acquisition, and unusual case reports that resist present scientific paradigms. These experiences challenge assumptions about time, space, consciousness, and reality, suggesting an expanded framework may be necessary. His reflections emphasize humility in the face of the unknown and the importance of empathy and open-minded inquiry. Dr. Knuth muses on humanity's ecological and nuclear threats to the planet, which may have drawn the attention or intervention of other intelligences. The analogy of humans moving into an already inhabited house frames Earth as a shared, contested environment. The interaction between long-term non-human presence and emerging human technological capabilities presents complex ethical, strategic, and existential dilemmas that humanity is only beginning to confront.